This is Global Ummah Unity, faith, history, and truth in one voice.
Islam beyond media myths, breaking the image. For decades, much of the world has been introduced to Islam not through its scripture, history, or people, but through headlines, short clips, selective images, endless repetition. Over time, these fragments formed a powerful illusion. Islam was portrayed not as a faith, but as a problem, not as a civilization, but as a crisis. Yet most people never asked a simple question: who benefits from this image? The modern media system thrives on fear. Fear captures attention. Fear sells. And Islam, often unfamiliar and misunderstood, became an easy target. Isolated crimes were framed as religious identity. Political conflicts were framed as religious violence. And centuries of Muslim history were reduced to moments of chaos. But reality is rarely that simple. Islam began not with war, but with a command to read. Read in the name of your Lord. Quran 9 verse 1. The first revelation did not call for power, it called for awareness. Historically, Muslim civilizations emphasized law, education, and social responsibility. Hospitals, universities, and legal systems flourished under Islamic governance, facts well documented but rarely highlighted. Meanwhile, modern audiences were taught to associate Islam almost exclusively with extremism. This contradiction cannot survive honest examination. When people begin to look beyond media narratives, they discover that Islam consistently condemns injustice, collective punishment, and transgression. The Quran states clearly, "Whoever kills a soul unjustly, it is as if he has killed all of humanity." Quran 5 verse 32. This is not the language of terror, it is the language of moral restraint. The myth begins to crack when people realize the message they feared is not the message Islam teaches. And once the cracks appear, curiosity replaces fear.
Islam beyond media myths, what the world finds. As more people step outside the echo chamber, a different picture emerges. They discovered that Islam does not ask for blind loyalty. It asks for responsibility. The Quran repeatedly calls humanity to think, to reflect, to question creation, history, and the self. Do they not reflect within themselves? Quran 30:8. For many, this is unexpected. Islam does not market itself as modern or ancient. It simply presents truth and allows time to test it. And time has tested it. Despite colonial destruction, despite misinformation, despite constant scrutiny, Islam remains unchanged at its core. The Quran remains preserved. Its moral framework remains intact. Its call to justice remains consistent. This is why Islam continues to grow, quietly, globally, and without rebranding. People who once feared Islam now read the Quran in private. They find coherence instead of chaos, balance instead of extremism. They also discover that Islam themselves are often the primary victims of violence labeled in Islam's name. This realization shifts the narrative. Media myths depend on distance and ignorance. Truth collapses them through proximity and knowledge. The Quran anticipated resistance to truth. They wish to extinguish the light of Allah with their mouths, but Allah will perfect His light. Quran 61:8. Islam does not require defenders, it requires understanding. And as more people choose understanding over fear, the myth loses power. What remains is not an image created by media, but a faith that continues to withstand history itself.
Thanks so much for watching this video on Global Ummah Unity. If you learned something new today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep uncovering the untold stories of the Islamic world together. See you in the next one, inshallah.